Guys, it's that time of the year again. It's been a whole calendar year, Corey, but here it is. This time in our Brew Review Crew studio here in Bowling Green, Ohio, instead of the Kalamazoo Eccentric Cafe, this is
Bell's Hopslam.
Ooh. Glub, 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 glub.
Yeah, guys, I'm extremely excited about this because for a couple of years now, this has been my #1 most anticipated IPA. I love this beer. I love Hopslam. I kind of found it on a whim in college, and ever since I've just been in love with it. So I'm glad that it's back in season, and I'm glad that we're going to try it out with our newest product here, Ron.
Yeah, guys, what we have here is we have what's called the beer mug rug. It's by Bust Out Productions, and it was sent to us by a very kind man who works there named Mike. He hooked us up. What they do is they make these coasters to try to save the earth a little bit, get away from using the disposable cardboard coasters, and you can put your own logo on. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to give one of these away, or maybe even a couple of them away. All you got to do is share our video, and you'll be entered into a contest to get your very own Brew Review Crew mug rug. This beer is a big hit or miss for people. It's super, super hyped. Yeah. And with that, people either love it or it's a dud for them. So I'm excited to see what 2015's edition of Hopslam brings us. Let's go ahead and take a sniff.
When I normally think Hopslam, I think of this just huge, in-your-face hop aroma. I'm not getting it here this time.
I get like fruity kind of tropical hop aroma. Yeah. There's a little bit of like a wet dog, though. Do you get that?
Yeah,
there's a little bit of like I don't know if it's off-putting, but almost like a musty or kind of damp, wet dog aroma.
Yeah, something that, again, not typical of Hopslam. Hopslam normally has like a big peach and a big mango and a big tropical fruit flavor. And I get a little bit of that, but it's definitely, I don't think they changed the recipe. I don't think they really tweak it all that much. It just might be a weird year for hops. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. It just seems a little bit more subdued this year in the hop department.
Really excited to try this one out, Ron. I say we dive in.
Okay. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And where the aroma disappointed, that flavor does not. And I will say, again, slightly different from what I remember.
A little more catty.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is a little more catty, maybe a little more like Simcoe or Centennial. Kind of like those New Zealand kind of New World hops, if you will. Really different, but still really, really good.
Yeah, it finishes a little bit more dry than I remember. And my memory's kind of failing me, but it's a little bit more dry than I was anticipating. And I don't know, there's like almost like an oniony, not to the Nelson hop extreme, but there's an oniony, catty kind of spice to it.
Yeah, there's definitely a little spice to it. Can we look this up? This is bothering me. This is not Hopslam. This is not the Hopslam that I remember. We went and compared our notes from our last video, and this one just seems to have a little bit more cattiness. The other one seemed a little more piney, a little more tropical. But one thing stayed consistent. That's that awesome honey malt backbone that this IPA definitely has.
Yeah, there's definitely a sticky sweetness, and there's those caramel notes, and it's very well balanced between, you know, double IPA bitter and a honey kind of mellowing sweetness. So, you know, I think that they should get a lot of credit for making such a yin and yang kind of beer and making it work together. Yeah. I mean, it's a really rock solid beer. It just does seem different than last year.
I almost want to say this tastes a little more like Pliny the Elder than it used to. A little more of just the earthy, spicy hops as opposed to the tropical grapefruit type things that we're used to. Because this isn't my favorite profile of hops, it's going to go down just a little bit from my last year's rating. I believe I gave it a 98 or 99. I'm going to go with about a 97, 96 now. This is a well-crafted beer, and it's one of the best double IPAs out there. Just maybe not exactly the profile I love.
Yeah, I'm going to go lower than you this time, I think. I mean, I'm definitely not jaded by how popular Hopslam is. I love Hopslam, and I can't wait for it to be released. But for me, it's just not the same as I'm used to or that I'm anticipating. I'm going to take it down to like a 93. I think it's still an A, because I think it's still a really well done beer, but it doesn't hold that same like oomph that I want from Hopslam. Yeah. I just feel like, to be quite honest, you could put a paper bag over this and it could be any double IPA.
Yeah, I think I remember tasting last year's and almost falling into tears. And this one, I was just so like taken aback by it.
Yeah.
but still solid beer. If you see this on the shelves, don't pass it by. Pick it up. It is definitely worth the
Still
buy.
a great beer.
Still an amazing great beer. I mean, come on, 96, 97. This is pretty awesome. And until you do so, always remember,
we're the Brew Review Crew.
We'll review
a brew for you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Share the video. Get yourself a Brew Review Crew mug rug. We're going to do a proper cheers. I'm going to do it on your face. You could get yourself a Brew Review Crew mug rug. It's an exclusive. You'll be the only one out there besides us. So go ahead and share this video and get that mug rug. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. We'll see you next time.
I need to get the Trouble Brewing Studios technology to go bloop, bloop.
Subscribe and get an exciting Brew Review Crew mug rug.
Bloop.